Hello, welcome back to the channel. We've been away for a long while, or it feels a long while. It is a long while, and I do apologise. First of all, I want to just put things straight. But like a lot of content creators, with FM not having an FM 25, we've all been playing FM 24 for a long while, and I think burnout is the key word here. I think we're all feeling a little bit of burnout. Our saves we thought would be finished now, and we've sort of edged them on a little bit further, and so on and so forth. And well, it's just been extremely difficult. But we are back today, and we will get the series back on track, because today we have two games which may epitomise our season, because up to this point, if you remember, we were unbeaten. Hello and welcome to episode number 64 of Going Dutch, as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, and try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, both away from home. We are over in Sweden, in Stockholm, for AIK in the UEFA Conference League phase, match day 5, just the penultimate game in the league phase, and so far unbeaten as we are this season, but a toughie over in Stockholm, and then we play Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, match day 18, the first game of the second half of the season. We beat them earlier in the season at our place. This time we're at the De Kuip, and yeah, it's not going to be easy, to say the least. I think one thing we should do before we progress any further, we should have a quick look at the table, because, as I say, it is a while since you were last with me. So I think we should have a look and see what where we left it, basically. Feyenoord just in front of us, having played 15 games, just in front of us on 40 points. We are second in 39. We have a 7-point gap then over PSV, who are in third. De Graafschap are fourth in on 29 points, and then Ajax in fifth on 27 down the other end of the table. Alkmaar City on 10, Volendam on 9, and FC Emmen on 8. So that's where we were. As you remember, hopefully you will remember, we've only lost one game in the regular season. A 4-0 loss to Club Bruges in the qualifying round of the Europa League, and though we beat them at our place 2-0, it wasn't enough to overturn that 4-0 deficit from that opening game. But since then, we haven't. We've managed not to lose, including in the UEFA Conference League league phase. We will recap on where we are in that very, very soon. But so far, the track record is very, very good. We've drawn 3 matches, 4 matches, no, 3 matches in the Eredivisie, but and that's why Feyenoord are in front of us. But as I say, we did play Feyenoord earlier in the season, beat them 3-2 on that occasion. Ross Stewart getting a hat-trick, but more about that as we get to the game itself later in the episode. But before we do anything else, we have 2 games in between games for you, and the first one of those is against AZ, and if we're going to keep this 100% record rolling, we need to beat AZ. First off, we are playing them at the FAS Stadion, where it's not been happy hunting ground, to be fair. We've lost 2 of the 3 occasions that we've been there. Drawn recently, I say recently, last season, at their place. And we've only beaten them once in 6 attempts. That was earlier in the season at our place when we beat them 5-0. Question is, can we go and get a result at AZ today? Rosier in our first highlight, Verreau, Van der Beek, Vessels, Drambev out on this left-hand side, Verreau, He's got Drambo there, but uses Vessels instead. Nice ball through Burmasoudi. It's come back off the post and flicked onto the post, but it's tidied up. Varro, Drambev, it's still alive. Van der Beek, Varro, through to Stewart. Stewart back to Varro. Stewart turns on it, but the defender managing to get a boot in early. Drambev with a throw in. We've had the bulk of the possession, but not done anything with it, really. Burmasoudi. Van der Beek through to Stewart. Stewart flicks it through to Latonda, who's injured. Oh, and goalkeeper getting his foot out and just managing to divert it around the post. I thought it was going to go between his legs and in the back of the net for a minute. Varro. Going to have to check on Latonda very shortly. 22 on the clock. Burmasoudi. Cross pitch. Whoever tries to put it in the corner, but I think it's gone for another corner. Obviously took a deflection en route. Peter also injured, I notice. Oh dear. This is not good. Burmasoudi, Peter, Varro to Peter. Peter's offside. And a couple of chances, albeit half chances, going begging there. Peter is a seat off the pitch in this shot. He's there, look. Obviously got a knock, but it's through to Latonda. And it come off his back leg. Did go through his legs, but caught his back leg and managed to divert it around the post. They have a caller. Stengs. Back post. Is sort of headed away, but Zuri and Stengs surely was offside. He's pulled back, but it is flicked upfield. And immediate danger is got rid of, but not the danger of attack. And they are through. And he's tucked it away in the corner net. Exactly what we can do. Top. Keke Top is the scorer for AZ on 28 minutes. And we go behind. We're going to have to do this the hard way. And Top just managing to get that away before Rosier cut him off. Tonda in the midst of it, but he loses out. And they come forward again. Stengs seems to be the orchestrator there. And we can't let him run at us. And again, they're letting them run. Oh. And in the space of 2 minutes, we've gone 2 behind. It's almost like we've just flicked the switch and switched off. Bergstrom should have had that. And those 2 goals have definitely knocked the stuffing out of us. 42 minutes on the clock. Vessels out to Latonda. Drambev. One has a thigh injury. One has a knee injury. I think it's Peters with a knee injury. Ball forward. Drambev into the area. And Burmasoudi puts it away. Question whether he was offside. I think he might have been, actually. And I think it may have been Drambev that was offside. We'll see. No, he was onside, and it counts. We've got one back before half-time. Latonda to Varro. Varro hits it first time over the top to Drambev, and Burmasoudi puts it away. I think we may see the lines in a minute. .55 on the clock. Vessels to Varro. Varro chops it over the top. Burmasoudi's there. Cross it in. Goalkeeper has to put it behind. I think he was trying to sneak that in at the near post. Varro with the corner. It's going to be an outswinger. He doesn't. Pulls it back to Stanovic. Stanovic on the edge of the area. Stanovic! He's got it in. And we are level on 56 minutes. In fact, it is a own goal off Milenkovic. Pulled it back. Stanovic creating a bit of space. And in fact, yeah, took a big deflection off Milenkovic. Just thinking about some changes. Varro with the corner. Swung in, but it's headed clear, but only to whoever. Varro. Varro pulls it back. Whoever! She's got it in. His 4th goal of the season. And, well, we've turned this one right round. From being 2 goals down and despondent on the half hour, we've pulled it back and take a 3-2 lead. Character building or what? Varro just waited his time, pulled it back to whoever, who tucks it neatly past Owusu. Bergstrom with a goal kick. 78 minutes on the clock to Dranbev, to Vessels. Vessels to Dranbev. The Tester. Tester runs through. He's got Stewart there. Stewart now through ball to Lakessa. Lakessa's cross field. Has Dranbev in support. Dranbev into the area. And that man, Ross Stewart, puts away his 17th goal of the season. And we have a 2-goal lead going into the last 10 minutes plus injury time. And, well, Lakessa coming across field. Dranbev was there in support. Dranbev drives forward, crosses it in. And Ross Stewart loves those. Vessels with a free kick. 88 minutes on the clock. The Tester to Dranbev. Stanovic. The Tester. Vessels. Vessels nearly losing that ball. One back. Van der Beek. Van der Beek goes all the way back to Bergstrom. Bergstrom finds whoever comes forward. Whoever to a Tester. Hansen, who's come on in place of Boumassoudi. Out to Dranbev, into the area. Ooh, and it's just gone wide. And it took us a while to get in control of that game. But when we did a good job. As you'll see, really, it was only that last 5 minutes that they had any pressure on us in that second half. 3 goals in that second half. An own goal from Milenkovic, which equalised and turned the game. Whoever on 65, Ross Stewart on 79, Dranbev picking up a player of the match, and I think he should have done 2 assists, 3 key passes, 3 clear-cut chances, and 8.8 for him. So a splendid day. Ross Stewart also picking up. We had 16 shots, 6 on target, 2.89, 70% of the possession against their 30%. They had 9 shots, 4 on target, 0.92. Good day at the office. Well, injury news coming in. Peter with a pulled thigh is out for 10 to 13 days. We'll leave him to the physio and hope he's back soon. Thierry Latonda, he's got a twisted knee. He's out for just 5 to 6 days, so nothing major. That's good news. .25 on clock. Totti to Schuiten. Schuiten back to Soyuz. Soyachu. And crossed in. And the header. Andre Silva from Teller. And it's like the AZ game. 27 minutes. We are behind. Babardi flicks this one out to Teller. Teller. And Andre Silva, in fact, 26 minutes. Schuiten. They are coming forward again. We've had the bulk of the possession, but not done anything with it. Whoever, Rosier to Vero. Vero to Van der Beek. Van der Beek to Dranbev. Dranbev flicks one on for Stanovic, who puts it away. Side netting, second goal of the season. And is it a question of offside? I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. And we are level on 35 minutes. Dranbev, again, instrumental in this one. Lovely flick pass to Stanovic. Stanovic chested it down, brought it down on the volley, and put it away past Benitez. Or Benitez. Yeah, he's onside. Only just, but he is. 4 o'clock, 2 minutes of injury time to come. And Kabanowicz with a free kick to Babardi. Babardi into the area. It's flicked in. And that man, Andre Silva, again, just before half time, gets PSV's nose in front. Didn't defend this well at all. Babardi, who's causing us all sorts of problems, flicks it into the area. And through the legs of Stewart, I think that was. And Bergstrom probably unsighted until the last minute. .48 on the clock. And we go another goal behind. We could be in trouble. This one out to Omaraji, but it's cut out by Drambev. On the counter then. As we come running forward, we are outnumbering them at the moment. Can we keep that numbers up? Stanovic into the area. Boumassoudi puts it away. And we are back level on 49 minutes straight after half-time. They knocked the stuffing out of us just before half-time. And, well, we pegged them back early in this second half. Can we drive forward from here like we did against AZ? Nice early goal. Back heel that was into the path of Boumassoudi from Stanovic. And good goal. 9 minutes on the clock. Lavelde with a throw-in to Boumassoudi. Lavelde launches one into the area. He's headed clear to Drambev. Drambev! It's come back off the woodwork. And it's gone out for a throw. Lavelde. Lakessa is off. Injured. It's back on. Lavelde. Whoever. Rosier. A tester. Out wide to Lakessa. Lakessa. What's he going to do with this? Cuts it inside, but it's cut out. And they come forward. Rampaging forward. We need to cut this ball out if we can. Not defending that well. Fofana, is this going to fall? And are we going to fall to a defeat? We are right at the end. Right at the end. And we're not coming back from it. We're in the last possible minute of time. And we've gone down 3-2. Our first loss of the season to PSV. Well, our 100% record goes, and it's that Nathan Teller who was the man. He did everything. 2 assists, 4 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances created, an 8.9 for him. Player of the match. Lucas Bergstrom did everything he possibly could to thwart them, as you'll see. They had 17 shots, 14 of which were on target. That's absolutely, well, just barrage, just basically. 2.20 on the XG, but only 44% of the possession against our 56. We had 12 shots, 6 on target. Any other day, that would have been sufficed to have probably got a win. 2.11, and we've gone down. And what makes it even worse is we've gone down at home against PSV. Not the best day at the office. And let's see how that's affected us in the table. And so with that round of games, Ajax are beating FC20 by 2-1 on Saturday, which means they remain in 4th place, 4 points clear of De Graafschap, who are in 5th place. The Sunday games look like this. Feyenoord beating Sparta Rotterdam by 2-1. They've opened a 4-point gap over us at the top of the table, which disappointing to say the least. And the gap between us and PSV, by virtue of losing to them, has now closed to 7 points. All being said and done, 7 points is still quite a gap at this stage of the season. So there we are, halfway point of the season. It's Feyenoord top, we're second. PSV third, Ajax in 4th place down the other end. It's Volendam in 16th, Almere City in 17th, and FC Emmen, who are down in 18th place on just 8 points, which takes us to the 2 games that we're featuring in today's episode. AIK from Stockholm is where we go first. This is how the Conference League table looks going into 4 games played out of the 6. We are currently in 5th place, having won 3, drawn 1, and lost none so far. 11 goals for, 3 goals against, a goal difference of 8, with 10 points as it stands, and we're in that top 8, which means that we will miss the playoff round if it stays as we are. Let's hope it does. Olympique Marseille are already guaranteed a playoff place. Today's opponents, AIK, down in 33rd place in the league. They've not won yet. Let's hope it's not today. They drew 0-0 with Linfield, lost their other 3 matches to Atromitos, Shakhtar and Pushkas Akademus so far in this competition. So It's not a foregone conclusion, but any chalk of the imagination. We are away from home as well, so life is not going to be easy in any manner, shape, form. I don't think we've played them before. We definitely haven't played them before. So let's go through to match day. We'll bring you up to date with the team news. So here we are at match day, the match against AIK. We're in Stockholm for this one at the Strawberry Arena. Strawberry Arena because they are sponsored by a hotel group called Strawberry, would you believe? So that's why they're called the Strawberry Arena. They sponsor that. Team news is AIK have no problems at all. We have Jay Stansfield, who's unregistered, and Peter, who is doubtful. Going into this one with a pulled thigh. There's a couple of other knocks in the squad as well. We'll give you more of that as we give you the team news. And here is the team news. The team that faces AIK Athens in this penultimate UEFA Conference League league phase match, and match day 5. Bergstrom is in goal. Vessels, Van der Beek and Rosier complete the defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the wing backs. A Tester sits between them. It's Latonda playing as the left attacking midfielder, with Stanovic out on the right. Boumassoudi sits behind Stewart up front. Setford, Rekic, Zappi, Hansen, Leveld, Toure, Elatim, Areen are on the bench, and then we have the players that picked up knocks in that last match. Patrick Varro and Chris Lakessa both picking up a little bit of a knock. Ole Romney is he can play 75 minutes of the match, but as we've got no other strikers theoretically on the bench, we decided to sit him out for part of the game anyway. And of course, we've had to make up the rest of the bench. We have Peter in there, who is injured. So he won't be getting any game time, but just making up numbers on the bench, as we are a little bit light. And here we are in Stockholm for this one, facing AIK. And the team that we are playing our usual formation. Your usual European teams coming onto the pitch. Okay, playing in black jerseys, white shorts. That ball, a corner. Oh, it's a lovely shot from a Tester, but it's wide. Vessels picks up the ball. Drambev looking to try and get this ball through, but he's given it away. And that's not good news. As they come through the lines, but that's cut out by whoever. Well read by whoever. Stewart turns on the ball to Latonda. Latonda puts it in the corner. His 5th goal of the season for Thierry Latonda. He's just extended his contract. He was being, I think it was Latonda, being perused by other teams. So we've extended his contract to stop him going. Lovely ball. Top corner. 1-0. Rosier. 12, nearly 13 minutes on the clock. Whoever under pressure. Stevanovic. Rosier. A Tester. Moving this ball around nicely so far. Whoever. Rosier. Back to whoever. Keeps being forced back. A Tester. Whoever. Going to throw one down the line here to Stanovic. Stanovic into the area, and it's Boumassoudi. Goalkeeper made a right haulix to that. His 7th goal of the season, and we take a 2-goal lead on 14 minutes. And, Stanovic, Boumassoudi hits it first time, and it took an awful bounce just in front of the goalkeeper. And highlights coming thick and fast. Whoever with the throw-in, but it was given away. Kalberg, a Tester nibbling at his ankles. We moved up to 1st in the Conference League table. Van der Beek, well one back anyway. Atesta winning that by nibbling at ankles. Boumassoudi goes out wide to Drambev. Drambev comes forward into the area, and there's the third. It's Thierry Latonda with his second of the game, 6th of the season, and on 15 minutes, I think it is, we take a 3-goal lead. 3 goals in about 3 or 4 minutes has turned this game. Oh, that was unlucky. Come off the goalkeeper, hit the post, and went in. 21 on the clock. Zach with a goal kick, but it's headed down to Stuart. Drambev. Drambev comes forward down the line, tries to get it into Latonda, but didn't get it there. Latonda on a hat-trick, of course. Nilsson. Ball goes out wide. Edgiel out there. 2 on him. Latonda and Drambev, I think it is, into the area. Shot. And they've scored. Thuden gets one back for AIK on 22 or 23 minutes. We'll tell you in a minute. Eriksson. And I thought Bergstrom had made the save for a minute. Fired it in. Into the side netting. It was on 22 minutes. And I think it's a throw-in. Nilsson with a throw-in, but it was a poor throw-in. Rosier read it. And Rosier is there. Inside to Atesta. Atesta through to Boumassoudi. Boumassoudi goes out wide to Drambev, who gets it in for Latonda, who's brought it off the woodwork, looking for his hat-trick, of course. And I'm not quite sure who was that, who headed that back in. We've dropped down to third. It was Stewart that tried to get a header on it. Dropped down to third with other results. So, I mean, obviously, we're doing our bit. Nice ball out to Drambev, who hits it first time into the path of Latonda, and it come off of the defender Eriksson. Zach with a goal kick, 33 on the clock. This one headed down to Stewart. Stewart holds the ball up. Vessels goes out wide to Drambev. Latonda. Drambev. Drambev comes forward, crosses it in. Stewart was just over the top, couldn't get above it to get it down. It was a nice try. Latonda working with Drambev out that wing there. Drambev, as he does, driving forward. Lovely ball in, hung it up, but Stewart just couldn't. Defender was there, just couldn't get enough on it to bring it down. And half-time has arrived. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target. That 1 on target happened to be a goal. Caught us a bit cold. 0.15 on the XG, 32% of the possession against our 68%. We've had 13 shots, 7 of which have been on target, 1.77. So far, so good. We have 1 foot, I think, in the next, well, certainly in the next round, but hopefully through the automatic progression route as opposed to the playoff route. They've made 1 change at half-time, 49 on the clock. Vessels and Drambev working together. This one over the top to Boumassoudi. Boumassoudi crossed it into the area. Latonda brings it down. It's hit from a bit distance out by Atesta, but just over the top. Egley. 53 on the clock. Egley crosses this one in. Bergstrom is in command. Takes that ball. And drops it and passes it out to Vessels. Drambev going down this left wing again. Latonda in front of Drambev. Latonda, of course, who can defend as well. Vessels. Drambev. Drambev over the top to Latonda, who's on a hat-trick, but completely wide of the right upright. What a goal this would have been. Well worked. Latonda on the run. Drambev sees him, may have even possibly been offside. Ball comes back to Van der Beij. 56 on the clock. Boumassoudi couldn't get out from under his feet. Stanovic will, though. And Philip Stanovic, puts it away for his 3rd goal of the season. And we take a 4-1 lead on 57 minutes. This ball, Boumassoudi couldn't get it out of his feet, but it was well put back in the air. I think that was Latonda who will get the assist. And Ivanovic just steadies himself and plants it in the back of the net. They have a corner. Nilsson Swung in. Headed clear. Egley still has it. Oh, dearie me. And Egley with a cracking goal to bring it back to 4-2 on 61. With plenty of goals in this game. It's just poor defending to give that goal away. Headed out. Egley gets it. Fires it in. And I think Bergstrom would have got it. I think technically that was an own goal from Rosier because it changed a direction. And with 63 minutes on the clock, we're just making one change at this point. Kai Jana, whoever, had a bit of a ropey run of games, and maybe it's time for him to be dropped. Albeit, we haven't got a lot of players on that right side, something we need to look at in the transfer window. But we have replaced him today. Whoever has come off, he's replaced by Julian Leveld. Corner on that far side, 67 o'clock. Latonda with the corner, but it's headed clear. Leveld gets a foot in. His first action that we've seen him. Latonda, a tester, has a shot, but it's off of the defender. And they pick up the ball. We've got to be careful they don't go on a counter now. That's a poor ball. Van der Beek reading it. Stevanovic has come back off the woodwork, I think. Gone wide, certainly. Chance goes begging here. Van der Beek read that one. It was telegraphed. Stevanovic. Yeah, it's gone off the woodwork. And with nearly 71 minutes on the clock, making three changes at this juncture. Boumassoudi is off. Elatim is on. Filip Stanovic comes off. He's had a great day out there. But he's replaced by Chris Lakessa, obviously trying to save legs now for the game against Feyenoord. And Ross Stewart not having such a good day. He's not had a bad day, but he's taken him off, given a little bit of game time to Ollie Romney. And with nearly 88 minutes on the clock, making our final change for today, we have brought on Torben Rein in place of Edward Atesta. We're in the second minute of added time, 5 to be added. And let's hope we don't end up in a... We'll come back off the woodwork. It's headed back out, though. And goal kick. And it's all over. We survived for a 4-2 win. And, 3 minutes in that first half. We took a 3-goal lead. They got one back through Thundin. And then we made it 4-1 on 57 minutes. And just 4 minutes later, Egley getting one back for them. They only had 2 shots on target, both of them goals. Good job they didn't have more on target. 7 shots in total. And they had some 34% of the possession with 0.34 XG. That was against our 66% possession. 21 shots we had, 8 of which were on target. 2.44. It's been a reasonable day at the office. Thierry Latonda couldn't find that goal for his hat-trick. But he has picked up 2 goals and an assist. Player of the match with 9 4 key passes as well. So he's had a very good day. Let's see where that leaves us in the UEFA Conference League table. So after this round of games, this is how it looks with 5 games played. 1 game left. It's still open. We've not guaranteed. The only thing we've guaranteed is we will be at the very least in the playoffs. But it's all down to the last game. We've pretty much knocked AIK out. Well, they could just squeeze through, but it's going to be a difficult task for them. But we are in 4th as it currently stands on 13 points. Olympique Marseille, the only side with a 100% record, 15 points from 15 available. But as I say, we are in the 4th behind Hoffenheim and Bournemouth, Bâle, Besiktas, Atalanta and Valencia are just below us. The other teams that could affect whether we get through or not are Standard, Puskás Akademia and FC Voluntari are the sides that could still squeeze us out. We're pretty much there. I would suggest these two because of our goal difference, our superior goal difference. these two, I don't think, even if they were to win, couldn't push us out. The only team really that is likely to push us out could be Standard if we were to lose the next game. Also, it is dependent on how Atalanta and Valencia do in that round of matches as well. Olympica is the team that we have to play. Where are they in the Conference League table? Let's have a look. Olympica down here in 23rd. They've only won one of their games against HJK. Lost 2, drawn 2 on 5 points. But obviously they will be fighting to try and secure a playoff place, which they haven't yet achieved. So that's where we are. 3 days down to the game against Feyenoord. A trip to the Kuip, where previously we've not been bad. We've only lost to them once in 7 outings. They have won 2 matches. So how does that win though? We've won 2 matches. We've only lost to them once. The other 4 games have been drawn. So our record against them isn't bad, and we haven't lost to them in 3 games, including the same fixture last season at De Kuip. We were a goal down to Jimenez after 14 minutes, come back through Martins Indy on 30, took the lead through to Jane Toure on 77, but Jimenez had other ideas and got them back level on 78, and that was the scoring last time that we played them at De Kuip. Last time we played them, Jimenez in there again. In fact, if I remember rightly, Jimenez is always the thorn in our side. He scored pretty much, apart from that one, and that one, and that one. Certainly in the last 4 fixtures, he scored every time against us. So that's the man that we've got to stop if we are to get through. Ross Stewart with a hat-trick last time out, giving us that win, getting us 3-1 up after 39. And we just managed to keep them at bay. Can we get a similar result today? We'll be back just ahead of match day. And here we are on match day. The good news is all our players are back from injury. They are without Gamara, who's got a torn groin muscle. Iverson, who's got a broken wrist, and 3 other players are doubtful. Unfortunately, not Jimenez. It's Bilal, Gertrude, and Loftus-Cheek are the players that are out. Can we close the gap down to just 3 points against Feyenoord in the Eredivisie match day 18? And here is the team that will face Feyenoord. Beat them earlier in the season. Can we do it at their place? Seems highly unlikely, but some things do happen in our favour. We'll have to wait and see. This is the team that will face Feyenoord. It's Bergstrom in goal, Van der Beek, Rekic and Rosie at the defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the wing-backs. Varro sits deeper between them two. It's Latonda and Stanovic are the wide players in attack. Romney sits behind Stewart up front. And the bench looks like this. Setfording, the reserve goalkeeper. Excuse me, I don't know why I get hiccups when I come on camera. Vessels, Toure, Stansfield, Lavelde, Atesta, Peter, Lakessa, Boumassoudi, Hansen, Reen and Elatim make up the bench. And here we are at the De Kuip. Feyenoord having won their last 4 games, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And that man Jimenez, whose problem to us is playing up front. We've won 4 of our last 5, lost 1, of course, that game against PSV, which was rather annoying. And here we are. We are 1-2, 4 points behind Feyenoord. Can we close that gap to 1 point? That is the question. Early skirmishes has been very even. 14 minutes on the clock. Rekic on the ball. Rekic, that's a poor ball. Didn't really hit that with any conviction whatsoever. And now we're on the back foot. Maxi crosses it in, and a header at the near post by Giuseppe Monico. And we go a goal behind on 15 minutes. And it just from a poor ball by Rekic. And, well, what can you say? And we have a mountain to climb. Near post, a cushioned header by Monaco. 22 minutes on the clock till the point of the goal. We've done quite well. Whoever crosses this ball in, can we get back on level terms? We can. It's Thierry Latonda, and the goalkeeper is injured. Biljau in the goal, and we are level on 23. Latonda with a header. It was whoever's throw into Varro, back to whoever. Whoever just crossed this deep. Latonda gets up, and he's got it in at the near post as well. Drambev with the throw into Varro. Crossed in. Stewart. Dipping header, and it wasn't far away. And that is all the highlights from the first half. I would suggest we've probably been the better team in that first half, and fully deserved the equaliser on 23 minutes from Latonda. A lovely ball in from whoever. I did say near post. I meant the far post. And, well, it was a really, really good goal. But as was Monaco, we should never really have let them get that goal on 15 minutes, and we would have had a lead. As I say, we have been the better side. 7 shots, 3 on target, 0.70, and 60% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, just that 1 on target, which happened to be the goal, which is rather annoying. 40% of the possession. I think as long as we don't capitulate and implode, we should have a very good position to maybe go on and win this game. And we have a highlight from kickoff. They've made 2 changes at half time. Gertrude is injured by the looks of it. Varro, we've won that ball back. Bergstrom, I'll check in a minute whether one of the goalkeepers was off. I wasn't paying attention. Rosier through to Stanovic. Stanovic to Rosier. Rosier finds whoever who's gone forward a little bit. Romney, who's out wide, but Stanovic is there. Stanovic crosses in, and Biljau, no, he's still in goal and taken off the head of Stewart. Ball pumped forward, and they've had that down. Monaco, the man who calls the triumph, Varro wins the ball, but he's lost it again, and he's come back off the woodwork, I think. Goodness me, we've got away with that. Jimenez heading that down into the path of Monaco. Varro won it, but give it straight to Wafia. And I think, I'm not sure who this was. Oh, I'm not. Let's go back a bit. Because I wanted to see. We'll run it again. I want to see who it was that defended. I mean, it was fairly good defensive here. I think it's this player here, which is Van der Beek. His old head. And you could see him. Oh, no, it wasn't. Van der Beek is there, but actually it's Drambev. Drambev comes in, and really, look at this. You've got a player here, Rosier and Drambev, and effectively, Waffa has got nowhere to go, realistically. Punts it, and luckily for him, because of the pressure that he was under, punted it straight against the crossbar, and whoever heading it away. Throwing on that far side, 51 minutes on the clock. Whoever to Romney. Romney to Rosier. Rekic. What's he going to do? We haven't seen much down this left side today. Latonda and Drambev, of course, normally work it. Van der Beek decides to go back inside. Rekic. Latonda. Van der Beek. Van der Beek over the top to Romney. Romney crossed it in. And it was Stewart. Couldn't get underneath it. Couldn't get his header away. It was well worked. Drambev on the run. Dummy run. Stewart gets there, but with the defender in close proximity, just couldn't get anything on it. Whoever with the throw in near the corner flag. Stanovic. Whoever plays it to Varro. Varro to Stanovic. Stanovic now. Back to Varro. Whoever's weaving around there. Rosier. Whoever. Cross this in for Stewart. Oh, yes, that's a goal. Question of offside, and I think he may have been. But what a goal if it stands. It is a goal, and we take a lead on 57 minutes, and well worked and well worth the goal. Look at this. Stewart gets past Biljau, tucks it away, and that's what he's been looking for. We'll see the lines, I'm sure. Here we go. Ball's kicked now. And no, this defender here, Gertrudia, is playing Stewart on at the point of the ball is released over the top. And with 70 minutes on the clock, we're going to make two changes. Patrick Vro, who's picked up a yellow card, he's tiring, hasn't had the best of days out there. And we've replaced him with Edward Atesta. And the other change that we've made is out on the right-hand side. Stanovic also not having a great day out there. He's been replaced by Jay Stansfield. 74 minutes on the clock. Gertrudia has a free kick just inside their half. Waffa, Monaco. Oh, let him run. Don't let him run. And it's straight into the arms of Bergstrom. And with nearly 81 minutes on the clock, making two more changes, Omar Rekic. He's come off, and Tijam Vessels is on. And we've also replaced Drambev on that left side. And Peter comes on to replace him. And with nearly 89 minutes on the clock, we are making our final change in the game. Tijane Toure comes on and replaces the very effective Thierry Latonda, who got the scoring underway today and, well, could well have helped us get the win. Can we hang on for the final 2 minutes plus injury time? 89 minutes, 5 minutes of added time. Toure heads that in. Oh, but it's given away. Jimenez through to Albert. Albert's pulled down. And Rosier is going to get sent off. His second yellow card. And he's gone. We're down to 10 men. And a free kick inside the D. That isn't good. Whoever can move into that area there. Tester, I don't think, can play out wide. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here. Not most ideal. I think a Tester's going to have to move out there. He's not his best position, but we'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll drop Romney down into midfield. It's not Ollie Romney's best position either. But we're going to have to go with it because can't really see another way around this. Stansfield can't play out there. Just got a little bit of time to kill. Or do we go to a flat back two? And yes, maybe we do that. Right, go back to where we were. Let's try again. All right, let's put that there. Whoever can go out there. And we're going to go to a flat back two. There we go. Hopefully I've edited out the sneeze. Apologies. Let's go for a central defender. On defend. And then what we'll do is we'll make a Tester. Deep line playmaker. On defend. And that's what we'll do. That's all we can do, really. And hope that we can just hold out. 5 minutes of injury time to play and a free kick to come. And we have one. We didn't see the free kick. All I can think is it didn't come to anything. So therefore they didn't think that we should see it. And we have beaten Feyenoord at the De Kuip for, I don't know, we'll check in a minute. Not very often. Goals from Latonda and Ross Stewart in reply to Giuseppe Monaco. Scoring after 15 minutes. And guess what? Jimenez hasn't scored against us. Maybe that was what the problem was. They had 10 shots, 3 of which were on target. 1.16 on the XG and 35. That's where we really won the game. We just held on to possession and killed them off. 35% of the possession. We had 65% possession, 13 shots, 6 on target. Some could say that we should have won by a bigger margin, a 1.58 on the XG. A good day at the office. Kai, Yana, whoever, getting player of the match. An 8.0 for him. 3 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created, and 2 assists. In fact, he made the 2 goals that we scored. Goals from... completely forgotten now who they were from. They were from Thierry Latonda opening the scoring, of course, then also Ross Stewart, lovely ball in from whoever. Well, we've closed the gap to 1 point, boys and girls. And a win, a splendid win against Feyenoord has closed the gap to just 1 point at the top with 7 points clear of PSV, who are in 3rd place. Can we win the Eredivisie in our final season here at Waalwijk, or at least finished in 2nd place? I can't remember where we finished last season, to be fair. We will check that out in just a moment. Games that were played on Saturday. I don't think there was a Friday game. FC 20 beat Vitesse by a goal to 0. AZ beating Fortuna Sittard 5-2 on Saturday, as did Heerenveen beat Zwolle 2-1. Today's results: Ajax beating Emmen 3-0. Utrecht beating Volendam 3-0. Of course, our 2-1 win against Feyenoord. Fantastic result. PSV beating Graafschap by a goal to 0 means that they stay 7 points behind us. Our Roda Kerkrade drawing with Nijmegen 2-2. Sparta Rotterdam beating Alkmaar City by 4 goals to 0. Leaves the table looking like this at the end of the episode. Feyenoord top on 46. We're 2nd on 45. PSV 3rd on 38. Ajax 4th on 36. Utrecht just outside of the European places on 31 points in 5th place. Volendam still in 16th on 12. Alkmaar City 17th on 10 points. Sorry, did I say 16th, 17th on 10 points? And Emmen are 18th on 8 points as well. We're going to come back pretty much straight away. We have 2 games before the winter break. It is a UEFA Conference League phase, a final match day against Olympia, as we look to try and secure a top 8 finish in that league, and get through to the knockout stages without needing to play off. And then we have a Dutch Cup 2nd round tie against GVVV, and then the winter break. We'll obviously be back then for we have a friendly against Groningen to get us back up to speed, and then 2 Eredivisie games against Sparta Rotterdam and PEC Vol. Sparta Rotterdam, we beat a goal to 0 earlier in the season at their place, and PEC Vol 2-1 in that one. So we've done the double over Feyenoord this season, 3-2 and 2-1. What a way to do it. Absolutely splendid. Can I just check? We were going to check just to see past meetings. Our record against them quite recently is okay, is good. Well, in fact, if you look at it, it tells a story, because we played them 8 times. We've won 3 times, drawn 4 times. We've only ever lost to them once. I don't know why we think they're such a powerhouse. They are, but I'm not quite sure why we think that they are a powerhouse. But there you go. That is how they are. One other thing I did want to check before we go off at the end of the episode, and I know it's extending it out a little bit, was this. We can have a look. Last season, we finished 3rd. We finished 3rd. So we improved where we were. If we can finish at least 2nd this season, we would finish our highest ever finish in the Eredivisie since I've been here anyway. And, well, that is what we do. So, as I say, coming back for Olympia, the last UEFA Conference League phase match, and a Dutch Cup 2nd round. It's all cup football in the next episode. I hope you will join me for that. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. It helps me. It is a big thank you from you if you do it. And why not just give it a smash? Future episodes Going Dutch and our other series will be notified to you if you hit that subscribe button. New episodes Going Dutch released every Tuesday here on the channel going forward. I do apologise once again for the break in episodes, but we will be back to normal now every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. and the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. That way you can find out what's happening, when it's happening, shirt videos, tactical videos, tutorial videos, the lot will get notified to you by following me on X. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 65. It's out next Tuesday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well. Till then, goodbye.